I got into urban exploring in my early 20s. Abandoned buildings, old factories, the kind of places photographers love because the light through broken windows looks incredible on camera. Most of it was harmless, empty, dusty, quiet in a way that felt more sad than scary. Old machinery rusting in place, graffiti layered over decades. This particular building was an old textile mill outside a small town in Massachusetts. 4 stories, mostly gutted, a local landmark of the everyone's been inside at least once variety. I went with my friend Priya on a Saturday afternoon. Plenty of daylight left, nothing that felt remotely risky about the plan. We spent maybe an hour on the ground floor, photographing an old loading dock and a stairwell with peeling green paint. It was on our way up to the second floor that we both first noticed it. Footsteps above us. Slow, even, moving in a straight line like someone pacing a hallway. We called out, the way you do, assuming it was other explorers. "Hey, anyone up there?" No answer, but the footsteps stopped. We should have left then. I know that now. Instead, curiosity won out and we kept climbing, a little quieter, a little more alert. On the 3rd floor, we found a room that looked different from the rest of the building, not decayed and forgotten like everything else, but lived in. A sleeping bag in the corner, empty cans stacked with unsettling neatness against one wall. A row of Polaroid photographs pinned along the window frame, all of them taken from inside that same building, looking down at the entrance we'd walked through less than an hour before. Neither of us said anything. We just looked at each other, and I think we both understood at the same moment that whoever lived in that room had watched us arrive. We left fast, not running, because running down 4 flights of uneven stairs in a half-collapsed building is its own kind of dangerous, but moving with real urgency, checking behind us at every landing. On the 2nd floor, we heard the pacing again, closer now, coming from a stairwell on the opposite end of the building, like someone was trying to cut us off before we reached the ground floor. We made it out through the loading dock, into daylight, into the overgrown lot, and didn't stop moving until we were back at the car with the doors locked. We called the local police from the parking lot, described what we'd found, and they told us, matter-of-factly, that they were aware someone had been squatting in the mill on and off for months, and that they'd try to do a welfare check, though enforcement on a building like that was a low priority for a department with limited resources. We never went back. I still explore abandoned places now and then, but differently. Always in daylight, always with at least 2 other people, always leaving a clear exit path in mind before we go further in, and always treating any sign of recent human presence, food, bedding, anything warm and current rather than decades old, as an immediate reason to leave, not a curiosity to investigate further. What stuck with me longest wasn't the room itself, it was the photographs. The idea that we'd been watched walking in, calmly, from a window 3 floors up, by someone who'd had time to decide what to do about us before we ever knew he existed. That's the thing about places that feel abandoned. Empty and unwatched are not the same thing, and by the time you can tell the difference, it's sometimes already too late to matter. Thank you for listening. If you like this story, please consider like, comment, and subscribe the channel.